Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video. If you are new here, my name is Nicole. I make bookish related content and I upload once a week. So if you do enjoy this video, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. So I've decided to do a 24-hour reading challenge. So basically there are a couple of ways that this can be done. You can either say you're gonna start reading at 10 a.m. and then finish reading at 10 a.m. the next day. I'm not going with that option because A, I have to film another video after this one. B, have to edit said video and get it up for tomorrow because it's Monday tomorrow when I'm filming this on Sunday. C, I'm also going to the movies this afternoon to see Taylor Swift's Eras movie tour. And that's going to be a 3.5 hour thing itself. So that's going to take out so much chunk of my day. And then also as well, I work a full-time job and as I've already said, tomorrow's Monday and I have to go to work. So that option isn't going to work for me. So instead I am going with the setting myself a 24-hour timer and then just counting it down on my iPad. We're at 23. So here we go. So 23 hours, 59 minutes and 58 seconds. So basically I will just start the timer. When I stop reading, I'll stop it. Just gonna see how much I can read in 24 hours based off this timer. I currently have just finished my last read, which was Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen, which means I've got 2 books left to read for October that was on my TBR, and that is The God-Born and the King by Caitlin Davis, and then also The Long Game by Eleanor Armas. So my plan is to read at least these 2 books. I'm probably going to go into The Long Game first just because Skin of the Sea was a bit more fantasy. So I want to read a contemporary before I go into my last fantasy of the month. And if I happen to get through those 2, I'm going to pick up The Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary, which is her most recent one that she's brought out this year. So I just thought we'll give it a go, try and read these 3 novels and see what happens. I'm probably going to cut this here and I'm just going to check in randomly when I start reading. Not sure how much reading I'm actually going to get done today. Like I said, I've got a number of things on. We'll just touch base and see how we go, and hopefully this is enjoyable and a success and I read all 3 of these books because that would be nice. Okay guys, so I'm finally sitting down to pick up the first book in this read, but it is The Long Game by Eleanor Armas. It is her 3rd novel. I don't think it relates to The Spanish Love Deception or The American Roommate. I think it's just a completely new novel and world, which is exciting. So we basically focus on Adeline and Cameron, who are both basically mad soccer players, and something happens and her dad sends her away to help fix up this team of soccer players in this town. Unbeknownst to her, they're actually a bunch of 9-year-olds. And Cameron's also a famous soccer player, I think, and he's gonna help her. So we're just gonna start reading this and see what we think of it. So I'm interested to see what I think of this novel, but we're just gonna get straight into it. Hey guys, just doing my first check-in. It is Monday the 16th of October. Yesterday afternoon, I did pick up The Long Game. I'm 104 pages in. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's super cute and it's fun. I'm loving our main characters, Adeline and Cameron. They're really cute. They have pretty much a hate on sight relationship, which I think is fantastic. But I'm really, really enjoying it so far. And I'm not quite sure how far we are through our timer. Not as far through as I thought I was gonna be. It is surprisingly difficult to do a 24-hour challenge because it goes for far longer than I thought. So we currently have 22 hours, 55 minutes and 29 seconds. So I'm 100 pages in and I've just read for over an hour. Definitely going to be doing a lot more reading. I'm really enjoying it so far. And if you haven't picked it up, I recommend it. I'm going to pick up some more of this later. We're an hour and 5 minutes into this challenge and 100 pages into this book. So I am thinking that I'm going to get through a lot more books and this challenge is going to take me a lot longer than a week to do, which is kind of cool, but unexpected. So that's where we're at so far. So it's currently Wednesday, the 18th of October. I didn't do any reading yesterday. I'm off work today, so I thought good opportunity to try and knock down a bit more of this readathon. I currently have 22 hours, 7 minutes and 27 seconds left on this timer. If we can get it under 20 hours, that would be ideal for today. Shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. I'm at 184 pages, so book's 300 and something. I'd like to finish it today if possible. That would be fun if I could do that. So we'll see how we're going. I'm really enjoying it, really loving it. The main characters are great. We're getting a bit more of the story. Adeline and Cameron definitely have this enemies to lovers vibe going on. They're currently training up the 10-year-old girls who aren't very good at soccer. They were playing a game and one of the girls took the ball and scored it against their own team. So the opposition got the points. It's just funny seeing how like seriously one of them takes it and how not seriously the other one takes it. So I am really enjoying it. I'm gonna get back into it and touch base with you all later. I haven't checked in since yesterday, actually. I was supposed to check in yesterday, this morning. That's not that bad. Ignore the shiny face and wet hair. We just had a shower and Ollie barking. But I basically just wanted to check in and say, I finished the long game last night. This was a 5-star read. I thoroughly loved it. I was a bit worried that like the sports and soccer stuff would take up a big part of the novel, but it actually didn't. And it was so great. I loved Adeline and Cameron. I thought they were adorable. Their romance was such a cute little slow burn. Loved that he called her darling all the time. It was super cute and I just really loved it. That's all I'm going to say at the moment. I'll touch base at the end of this 24-hour segment. I don't think I got down to 20 hours. I think I have like 15 minutes left on it. Yeah, so I have 20 hours, 15 minutes and 51 seconds still left on the clock, which is frustrating. I didn't realize how fast I read. I am now picking up The Godborn and the King by Caitlin Davis. This is the 4th and final novel in the Raven and the Dove series, and I cannot wait to read it and finish it. I do think reading this book is probably going to take me some time. I wasn't aware, like this can sound dumb, how long 24 hours is. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm excited to read this and see what other books I pick up. I was literally expecting this in the long game to take up most of the time. That's not going to be the case. Sunday, I think it's the 22nd of October, and I did officially finish The Godborn and the King this morning. I am so glad that this is finished and read. I did really quite enjoy it, but I still have either 15 or 16 hours left on my reading challenge. Literally thought that I was only going to read this book in the long game, and that was going to take me 24 hours to read. I don't realize how long 24 hours actually is when you do a timer and you count it down and you're literally only counting it for the time that you read. Yeah, I did finish this one. I did quite enjoy it as the last book in the series. I'm glad that it's over. I did have a moment at the end of the novel where I literally said, this is so fucking lame, because something happened that I really just thought was stupid. And I'm just glad that I've read this series and I'm finished with it. It's also the last book that I had to read on my October TBR, which does mean that I have like 9 days now to basically just read some other books on my shelves, which is exciting. And I have picked up my next one. I'm going to put this down. So the next book I want to pick up is actually I'm Glad My Mum Died by Jeanette McCurdy. So this is a memoir from the Nickelodeon actress who starred on iCarly. She played Sam. Basically just her memoir about basically being a child star and then living with her mum, who I think was abusive. I'm not sure in what ways just yet. I have heard things. I think it's received mostly good reviews. I know that my best friend read it and she really didn't enjoy it. So I'm interested to see what I think of it. I don't read memoirs very often. This is going to be the second one I've read this year. But yeah, I'm excited to give it a read, get my thoughts on it. Okay, I'm not even halfway through the first page. And I really don't like that she's mentioned her 3 brothers, but she's literally like got their names and then put in brackets which one they are. So it's like Marcus, the together one, Dustin, the smart one, Scott, the sensitive one. And then it jots down to Mum, together leans over and whispers into Mum's ear. And I had no idea what she was talking about until I got to then Smart steps forward. And then I've gone back to the brothers and realized that instead of referring to them by their name, she's referring to them as whatever adjective she's prescribed to them. I don't like that. Sad. She's literally got, my life's purpose has always been to make Mum happy, to be who she wants to be. So without Mum, who am I supposed to be now? It's just, this is just sad, really. Oh, I just realized I've been reading and I haven't put my timer on because it's downstairs. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs and read that. I have not checked in a really long time. I don't know when my last video was. I believe it was telling you guys that I was starting to read I'm Glad My Mum Died by Jennette McCurdy. Today is the 26th of October, so I did start this on Sunday. I just wanted to let you guys know that I have finished this one last night, so that was the 25th of October. I basically feel really weird and awkward about talking about memoirs because obviously it's based on someone's life and she's like a 30-something-year-old. Is she 30? Late 20s, early 30s, and it just feels really weird to be discussing someone's memoir when they're still alive. I didn't really care for it. I don't rate memoirs, like give them a assigned rating to them, but I don't know what to say about it in all honesty. Just because like her mum sucked. Like her mum was narcissistic and abusive mentally, physically, and emotionally. So I can definitely understand why she's glad that her mum's no longer in her life. Don't know if it was bad enough to say that you're glad your mum's dead, but who am I to judge because I didn't go through any of that. And also I think one of the more shocking things in this book, I accidentally spoiled myself for a couple of days before it was revealed. So that was a bit disappointing. I really struggled with the writing style at first, just because like obviously she was talking about stuff when she was like 5, 6 up to 11, so I found the writing to be really like childish, and the whole thing just came off a bit weird for me, and I just didn't really love it. I kind of felt like I could have just read the last chapter and it would have just summed everything up perfectly and would have saved me having to read it. So that's the 3rd book I've finished so far in this 24-hour challenge. Disappointingly for me, I'm still not even halfway through this challenge yet. I still have 12 hours and 41 minutes and 7 seconds left to read. Apparently it doesn't take that long to actually read a book is what I have discovered. So I'm probably going to pick up The Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary at some point. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'll touch base when I start reading Beth O'Leary's The Wake Up Call. It's the 1st of November today, and I think the last time I filmed anything was potentially me saying I was going to pick up The Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary, and I don't know if I actually filmed me reading it or any check-ins. That's my bad if that's the case, but also just wanted to say that I actually finished that last night on the 31st of October. So I really enjoyed the novel. Thought it was a really cute, fun read. Loved like Izzy and Lucas and the little grumpy sunshine tropes and enemies to lovers. Found it a bit predictable, but did really enjoy it. And I think by the time I finished it, I still had just under 9 hours left on my reading challenge. So this morning I did pick up a new book which I'm very excited about because I'm obsessed. This is going to be my entire personality moving forward. But I've done it, guys. I've picked up Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I read 237 pages today. This is like just under 500 pages long, which I'm really stoked by how much there is to read. It's so good. Like, this is the best fantasy novel I've read since like ACOTAR came out. Or actually, no, since Crescent City, the first one came out. I haven't felt this way about a novel. Well, not so much about a novel, about a fantasy novel as I do feel about this one. Like, it's just got the magic that fantasy novels used to have for me when I was younger, and that I've really been lacking with the fantasy novels I've been reading the last couple of years. Like, this has restored my faith in fantasy novels. I'm like nearly 250 pages in and I am loving it. I think it's fantastic. The world building is so cool. This book is like, they're swearing in it and it's so funny. The writing is brilliant. Everything is sassy and just on point. It's hitting all of the things that I want fantasy novels to hit. But I just love how like casually we're just murdering people from the get-go. There was one bit that I found like just fucking hilarious where one of the characters was like, you know, you're just like insufferable, he's saying to a girl, who starts to like respond back to him. And then a dragon just basically, I guess, breathes some fire on her and she just gets engulfed in flames and now just sort of ash on the ground. And he's like, well, the dragons found her insufferable too and that's why they killed her. I'm actually really glad that I've picked it up and that I don't have to wait super long for the sequel to come out. I'm super hesitant though because I've watched people read this book and they all cry at the end. I mean, I just made an assumption that somebody dies at the end of this book. So I also have 5 hours and 16 minutes and 37 seconds left of this 24-hour reading challenge. So I'm really excited to finish this. I don't think it's going to take me 5 hours to finish it. I think I'm going to be finished in about another 2 or so hours with this book. So good. If you haven't read it and you're debating it, please, for the love of God, pick it up. Like, it is worth the hype. I understand why people are obsessed with it. And I'm really glad that I've read it and that I did pre-order the special edition books because they're going to be stunning and I'm so excited because it's going to be my new favorite book series. I'll check in with you guys later. It's the 3rd of November, Friday night. I'm still reading this. I'm still loving it. I am on the last leg. So I'm up to chapter 34. I've read 430 pages. It's like 68 pages to go. So I'm probably going to finish this tonight. That's my plan. I want to. I have 2 hours and 22 minutes and 1 second left on this timer. So I 100% am going to get this finished. I really wish that the next 68 pages would take me to the end of the timer because I don't know what I'm supposed to pick up and read after this. Like, this is one of the greatest things that I have read this year. I don't know what to pick up because what do you read after this that you're going to enjoy? But I'm loving it. I'm really hesitant to finish it. Not because it's not good and I'm not enjoying it, but I just know that people cry in the ending. So I know at some point in the next 68 pages, something is going to make me cry. But I'm so excited that they got together. I've been like cheering it on for like 450 pages. So that was good to see. I'm going to rip off the Band-Aid and just read it now. Wish me luck. Something to Liam. He's okay. He's okay. I'm pausing in a really bad spot, but I just got to the scene that I think makes everybody cry, which almost made me cry. I understand why people get upset, but I think knowing that somebody was going to die, there were only so many people, like the author could pick between that would make sense for why people were crying about this person dying. So I kind of not surprised it was them. Like, I'm still sad and I don't like it. I wish it'd been some like just, you know, side character that died. I'm nervous. We got like 20 pages to go, guys. Really worried that something else is going to happen that makes me cry hysterically, because that didn't make me cry hysterically. Like, I got close, I got upset about it, but not enough to be like everyone else's reactions. But I guess that's because I knew what was coming, and I feel like maybe if I didn't know, I'd probably hear crying. But like right now I'm sitting here like waiting for it to happen. Gonna do something stupid. I mean, someone else is gonna die because she's doing something stupid and they're gonna save her. Oh no. Please just get back in your seat. Yep, she's done something stupid. I don't want to give away a spoiler, but I feel like someone we were told who was dead isn't dead and might be one of the bad guys. That's what I'm really worried about. Baby dragon getting involved. I swear to God, if the baby dragon dies, I'm gonna cry. I've got to cover the writing on the page because I keep reading ahead and I'm gonna see something and stress myself out. Oh God, she's now falling off the dragon. For the love of God, please let the battle be over. I've had enough. In the event that you come across a poison you do not recognize, it is best to treat with any and every antidote. Either way, the patient will die, but at least this way you would have learned something. Oh fuck, so brutal. First sentence of this. I think I might die today. No shit, you're falling off a dragon. Oh, I think they're okay. I think we're okay. We don't know what's going on, but I think we're okay. Can't do the page. Oh, she's poisoned. Ooh, black blood, yeah. He'll probably eat you. I love dragons. This is why I love dragons. You piss them off, they shoot fire at you and you're dead. Wouldn't that be great? Like, to be a dragon, not so much to be the person having fire shot at you. That would suck. I have like 13 pages and I don't have the patience for this. Okay, we don't need to deal with you thinking it's better off you being dead, but then not better off you being dead because then it means Xaden dies. Okay, we get it. Move on. Where's the plot twist? The dragon's roaring, and then one of the guys was like, what was he saying? And then Xaden goes, he basically said that he'll cook me alive if I fail. Sassy dragons. It's just too serious for me to be giggling about a dragon being sassy. A familiar voice. I dead set think it's who I think it is, and I can't even say it. Oh fuck, it's the last chapter and it's Xaden's point of view. The last words of Fenriozen. You're all cowards. I'm kind of on his side. He's dead, but I'm on his side. Oh, 3 days of sleep, alright. I want to be right, but I also want to be wrong, because if I'm wrong, then it's a plot twist on the plot twist that I guess wrong and I'll be shocked. But I also want to be right to see if I'm right, because it's still a cool plot twist. This is stressful. I thought the fight scene was stressful. This. They have to tell us the heroes. That makes sense. I was right. Yes. I finished this last night. Immediate 5 stars. This was amazing. I don't have words. It was so good. I loved every second of it. Firstly, like, I'm mad at myself that I haven't picked this up sooner, but also like I'm not mad at myself because, like I was saying before, the sequel literally comes out in like 3 days or something like that. It was a 5-star read. I thought it was great. I loved the world building, the writing, the characters. It was fantastic. I laughed. I did not cry. I got close. I guessed a pretty important plot line, and that was really cool for me to see because normally me I'm wrong or I'm completely clueless. But like this is like immediately, she's a new favorite author. This is my new favorite series. I'm obsessed with it. I still frustratingly have an hour and 20-ish minutes left on my timer. Let me actually check to see how long I have. 1 hour, 19 minutes and 51 seconds. I'm not too sure what book I can read. I'm literally gonna just start one of the books and just read it for that hour and 20 minutes to finish the challenge. I'm not going to finish a book, which is fine, but I'm really stoked with how many books I have read. So I'll finish that today. Hey guys, I have officially finished my 24-hour readathon and I thought I would do my final check-in. So the first book that I read was The Long Game by Eleanor R. Mass. I really enjoyed this. I ended up rating it 5 stars. If you want more of a review on my thoughts and stuff, I do have majority of these books in my October reading wrap-up. If I remember, I will link it down below for you guys. But I did really enjoy this book. I thought the little girls in the soccer team were fantastic. They're my favorite part of this book. I like them more than Adeline and Cameron, to be honest. So yeah, I rated this one 5 stars. I thought it was great. The next book that I picked up was The Godborn and the King by Caitlin Davis. I ended up rating this one 4 stars. I did quite enjoy it, but I really didn't like one thing that happened at the end of the novel. It was tacky. It ruined things for me. Yeah, this was a 4-star read for me. The ending kind of tanked a little bit. Then I'm pretty sure I picked up the memoir I'm Glad My Mum Died by Jeanette McCurdy. This is a memoir, so I didn't rate it. I don't recommend it. I've had some more time to like gather my thoughts and like I really just did not like the writing style and her like voice. I just found it really weird that, you know, we weren't reflecting on when we were a kid in our life. We were literally putting ourselves in the mentality of like the 6-year-old her, the 10-year-old her, the 17-year-old her kind of a thing. And I didn't really like that or enjoy it. I also think the title is just a bit too much of clickbait. The 4th book that I finished was The Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary. This was another 5-star read for me. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought Lucas and Izzy were fantastic main characters. I loved the whole concept and everything for it. And yeah, just I thought it was great. It was another good novel by Beth O'Leary. It's probably one of in my top 3 by her. And then this novel is not actually in my October reading wrap-up because I read it in November, but it's Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. If you have not picked up this book and you're on the fence, like pick it up. It's fantastic. I think it deserves all the hype. It literally is Divergent for Dragons, but it was a 5-star read for me. I thought it was fantastic. I didn't cry in the end. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Violet and Xaden are fantastic. I love the dragons. I did sort of guess some things, mostly about like who her dragon would be, but didn't actually expect what did end up happening. But no, I thought it was fantastic and it's literally Divergent for Dragons. So it is so good. This is everything a fantasy novel should be. And I feel like it's everything that all of the current fantasy novels have been lacking, this book has. Like there was just the perfect amount of world building that it wasn't overbearing and dull and I couldn't cope with it. There was enough of it that the storyline was easy to follow. The characters were funny. The found family was amazing. There was some things that were a bit repetitive, but like that's just sort of what's going on because obviously they're in a college learning to be a dragon rider. So their days are very much the same. The representation was fantastic in my opinion. I love the characters. There's nothing like I didn't like about this novel. Like I thought it was fantastic. It was an immediate like 5 stars for me, so it was great. And then I don't actually know if I filmed any footage of me actually reading this. This is Ciao for Now by Kate Bromley. I got nearly 120 pages in of this novel before the timer actually went off. So this is the 3rd and I think final novel in the companion series by her. We've obviously got Here for the Drama and Talk Bookish to Me. I'm actually enjoying this one a lot more than Here for the Drama. I think that Ciao for Now and Talk Bookish to Me are the better 2 in the series, but it's just really fun. It's in Rome. It's a fashion designer. She's interning. It's like fantastic and I am loving it and I need to get it finished because tomorrow when I go to pick up the sequel to Fourth Wing, I want to start that. But that's basically where I'm at. So I read 5.5 books nearly in 24 hours, which is really good because I thought I'd read like 2 books and that would be it. Look, it was a nice mixed bag, I think. A really great experience. I'm really glad that I did this. This is the first time I have ever done a 24-hour reading challenge. I didn't realize that I roughly read a 300-page book in 4 hours. That was a pretty cool insight for me to discover. I didn't realize that I could basically read 5.5 books in 24 hours. Didn't realize how long it takes to read 24 hours. Here I was thinking that I read 24 hours like easily in a week, and it took me 2.5 weeks to actually complete this challenge, which is fine. I've learned a lot about myself, but I do think if I was to pick this challenge up again, I would not do it as a 24-hour reading challenge just because I work a full-time job, so I do not have the time to dedicate to do this challenge quickly. So I would probably make things easier for myself and do like a 12-hour reading challenge next time if I was to do it again. But yeah, let me know in your thoughts down below if you guys did enjoy this video, if you would like to see more of them, because I can definitely do that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really did enjoy this challenge. It was definitely challenging for me, but if you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.